Alright, we're back here. We're giving the Hane good luck. And this does not look like a keepable hand, unfortunately. It'd be great if we had like another land. So yeah, I guess we will go ahead and mulligan that. This is a little bit better. We have all of our colors, which is nice. So we'll go ahead and keep this and see where it gets us. Starting off with the red. Don't know how I feel about that. We'll be able to get a Dutiful Thrall off right away, which is kind of nice. And we do have Basilica Guards coming up, which is alright. So let's see where we go from here. Wojek Halberdiers. That's pretty good. So yeah, good to have the Dutiful Thrall around. Night Watch is okay, I guess. So we basically have to stay back here just so that we can block the incoming beats. Hellraiser Goblin. Alright, so we are against the attack deck. That's not too shabby. Alright, well I guess we'll go ahead and block the Halberdiers here. And we'll go ahead and regenerate. And looks like we'll be taking 2. We'll be able to stabilize pretty good because we'll have the Basilica Guards, and that might actually be really good for us because we can start killing his creatures with that annoying goblin in the way. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And we can't unfortunately regenerate the Dutiful Thrall yet, but that's fine. He'll get in for 2 more damage, and then if we can start leaving the regenerate up, that'll work just fine. I probably actually could have attacked there with the Thrall just because we're not going to be using him to block. But we'll see what our opponent has for us here. If he has removal, obviously that's pretty bad. Okay, yeah, Ember Beast is also pretty good for him. So, like, super aggressive start here. I think we'll go ahead and put this over here for right now. Yep, and we take a bunch. Alright. So, now we can see if we can start making the Hellraiser Goblin work for us. We'll still actually take a bunch more damage. But we can start killing his creatures. We'll see how that works for us. Maybe our deck is just a little bit too slow. I don't know. We could also stabilize here. We'll find out in a little bit. But like a mugging or something like that would be pretty bad. I mean, we can always regenerate the Thrall, which is fine. If he plays like another creature here, that may just be a little bit too much for us to handle. The other problem is that at the moment, like if we attack or if we try and block this Halberdiers, it's just bad because it has First Strike with Battalion. So I think that knocks our Dutiful Thrall out of the fight like right away. I mean, like we can double block like a Hellraiser Goblin or something like that, which is fine. But I don't know. It's gonna take a little bit to stabilize here. Yeah, see, the Scar Guild Mage is pretty good, too. So that's like a lot of damage coming at us. So we would be taking 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I could kill something here. I think we're going to go ahead and do that. I think we will go ahead and block here and here. And do this. And I mean, if he has Blood Rush, that's pretty bad for us. He had a really aggressive start, though. I mean, this is just like a super fantastic start for him. If we would have gotten like another Basilica Guards or something, that would have been pretty good. Alright, so we'll go ahead and regenerate. And we we take a bunch of damage again. Alright, so he loses a creature, we take a bunch of damage. Alright, another plains isn't like the best thing that we could see here. Let's see, things to do. Let's see, we can play an Assault Griffin and hold up Regenerate, and then use the Assault Griffin to, let's see what we can do here. We can use the Assault Griffin and this to kill the Ember Beast, but realistically we're just going 1-for-1 with the Assault Griffin. I don't know if I like that. Night Watch, let's see, if we play Night Watch, what happens then? If we play Night Watch, we block the Wojak Halberdiers with this. We can throw 2 knights into this, and that into this. That still doesn't seem like a really good plan. I'm going to think about this for a second, and we'll be back with you. Alright, after thinking about it a little bit, I think what I have to do here is, let's see. I think actually what I have to do here is play Night Watch and start get some creatures on the board and start actually doing some blocks. Let's see, if I do that, what happens here? I can double block this and kill it. I can block this and just block it. And then I take 2, and then maybe we stabilize? The problem is if he plays another creature, like, maybe we're just dead? I don't know. So I can't even swing in here. Man, he had a really good start with that, with the cards he's been drawing. I mean, he's basically been, like, vomiting out his hand, like, every turn. But these are just really good draws for him. So let's see what he comes in with here, and we'll see what our blocks are going to look like. Interesting. Okay, so he's doing an aerial maneuver. So he's making that thing a flying 4/5. So if he has any Blood Rush, we die. Alright, so what do my blocks look like here? Do I just finally take out this goblin because it's a little bit too annoying? I think I kind of have to. Alternatively, yeah, I think I just kind of have to right now. I think we just go ahead and block here and take the 4. I think he's got his Blood Rush card here. Massive Raid. Okay, to my face. Alright, that's fair enough. Alright, so he got that one. With, like, just, like, the insane Boros all-creature thing there. I think we actually have a really good deck against his deck. I think our deck is fine. The problem is we just, like, weren't really drawing anything. Why was that? Why were we not drawing anything? We have the appropriate amount of creatures. We have the appropriate amount of lands. We're not, like, over-landed or anything like that. The dudes I have are big enough to handle what he throws at us. We just didn't, like... Maybe I just didn't play aggressively enough. Maybe I have to play aggressive against that deck. Possibly. Is there anything we would bring in for that deck? Mortis Strider suddenly seems pretty good. Like, maybe even better than a Death Cult Rogue because he wants to be attacking every turn. And if I have this, I can at least throw it and always have something to play and potentially extort. Aerial Maneuver seems good. I kind of like to have it, as does Smite. All these seem pretty good. I think my Daring Skyjack is fine. We're not really like a super mill deck, so maybe I take the precinct guy out. I don't know. I really like that guy too. It almost seems like an Etherize would just blow him apart. So maybe we bring in like an Etherize, and we take out something like a... Let's see. What would we take out for an Etherize? Kind of like all these smites and stuff. Is this Night Watch just like maybe a little bit unimpressive since they're just 2/2s and we're not really doing the 2/2 thing? Yeah, maybe we can try that. I might even bring in like one more island. Let me see something. No, I think 2 islands should be okay. Let's go ahead and submit this and see where it gets us. Yeah, we'll play first. Okay, this looks pretty good, actually. We have our island, that's for sure, and we have things like rogues and syndicates of tides. We don't have any white mana, which is kind of bad. But hopefully we'll be able to draw into some white mana. We do have the right if we have to. And we can play these other 2 cards. So we'll see if he has like the nut aggressive start again. Alright, so far so good. Alright, no white yet, but that's okay. We can play out our dude here. And he's just a 1/1 right now, but he may be getting a little bit better in time. So Death Cult Rogue is going to come out. That's pretty good. That's guaranteed damage. If we see a white source, which we have plenty of them, we'll be online pretty good here. It's kind of unfortunate that we didn't have a white source just to start with, because it would have been nice getting the Syndic of Tides out. But it looks like our curve is as such that we would only really get like 1 extort trigger off it. Well, we would have gotten a little bit better, because we could have played the white next and done some other things. Okay, so what are you doing for 2 mana? He's pausing for 2 mana. Let's come back when... Okay, there we go. Skinbrand Goblin. Alright, that's pretty good. And there's our planes. So, would I trade a Precinct guy for this? I don't know. Let's see here. What I would do is get out this Syndic and start the extort trigger a-going. And I think that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Because I think the key here is to... Well, I think maybe one of the keys here is to keep him off Battalion. So maybe I do sacrifice the white for this. We don't have any removal in our hand right now. Skylight Legionnaire is pretty good. Yeah, man, I don't really want to use this block for this, but it's like we don't really have anything to make this like super superior. I think this is what we're going to go ahead and do right now, just because we can kill this thing without worrying about him like blood rushing it or anything. Okay. So, Basilica Guards. Go. And yeah, we're playing this before combat, but he doesn't have anything he can do, so I'm not like super worried about it. Let's get in there. Alright, so we've got a little bit of extort coming around. We're going to have a double dose of extort unless he has a way to deal with these 2 dudes, which is kind of nice. Having the Basilica Guards is pretty sweet in case he plays some sort of ground beater. We do have to be aware that he has things like massive raid and everything, so it is kind of good to keep him off of creatures. That's fine, we'll take our licks. Not having a 3-drop here would be good, but pretty much every opponent I've played so far in Magic the Gathering Online with this thing has always had their appropriate drop, so that's a 4-drop. Yeah, it's pretty good. Grizzly Spectacle is also very good. See, now that would have been really good if we kept the white out, but I'm not gonna, like, cry about that. So what to do here? I think right now we can just go ahead and throw down the Rogue and double extort. And then if we draw a land next turn, we can Grizzly Spectacle and double extort. That'd be pretty cool. So let's do it for this. Alright, getting in there. Getting in there with the old extort triggers. Yeah, I can't really see him not rushing in here. If he comes in with the Charger, I probably wouldn't have blocked, just because I want to keep my extort guy. That's fine. We'll go ahead and take our 2 damage here. So a land would be pretty cool. I mean, like, I can also just play this Assault Griffin, which is cool. And we see a Guardian of the Gateless. This is actually pretty darn good. And I wouldn't be able to extort with it yet. So I need to think about whether I just want to, like, Grizzly Spectacle something or get this Guardian of the Gateless out. I think we're going to go ahead and swing in here because we can. And he can't block it. None of these are rogues, right? Yeah, those are like knights and things. So we can go ahead and do that. And we will not get our extort trigger off here, but we are going to get something that blocks the Sky Knight Legionnaire. And, well, it'll actually block a lot of things. So that's kind of cool. He could have, like, a massive raid for it or something like that, or he could, like, Blood Rush past it. But we'll see what he chooses to do here. So, yeah, not coming in there. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so we can do a Dutiful Thrall, which is pretty sweet. So right now I think we're just in control by coming in with the Death Cult Shaman, playing out a Thrall, and then extorting it twice. That sounds pretty good to me. This is kind of how Orzhov wins. It's kind of like just a slow, grindy deck. So I'm kind of fine doing it this way. So let's see here. Yeah, we can play this Dutiful Thrall, we can extort twice, and we can leave up the regeneration, which is pretty cool. So that's nice. So yes, we'll go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. We still have our Grizzly Spectacle in our hand if he throws down something just horrifying. Alright, so he just gave up there. Alright, so the deck does work. And we were seeing some pretty good cards in the future. Alright, so the Orzhov deck can go up against super aggressive Boros. Is there anything that I would want to change here? We have a lot of 2-drops. Like Immoral Servitude might actually be pretty cool. But I'm not really sure what I would take out for it. I kind of like all the cards that we have in here right now. And I think that, like, as long as we see some of our good cards, like, things will go in our way. So let's go ahead and just, like, submit this and see where we go here. I'm not really doing a whole lot of editing, just because, like, now that I'm playing it, it's just hard to edit and do things. This is not so good. We have a whole bunch of white cards and a double black in our hand. We're on the draw. We have a lot of white sources. If we don't see white, though, we are just jacked. I'm not sure I can mulligan this, though, against the Boros deck, because if we mulligan this and we see like a one-land hand, we are screwed. We just need one white. One single white. Oh, God, I hope I don't regret this. We're on the draw, though, so let's see where that gets us. White. Island. Okay. Oh, boy. All right. Definitely going to need the white mana, though. Especially if he plays a 2-drop here. And he probably does. Skinbrand Goblin? Yeah, that's what he's got. Alright, so we definitely need the white here. No, Orzhov Charm. Alright, things are going downhill really fast. Being off our colors is going to be the end of us. I would even take like a Prophetic Prism or something. Yeah, with this kind of aggressive start, it's just not good. Oh, thank God he didn't have a 3-drop. Yes! There we go. Alright, I think we pretty much just have to get out the guards right away. So, let's see. We can also... Now we're going to go ahead and get the guards out. Because that'll make it so he can't attack with that Skinbrand Goblin profitably. Even a massive raid, if he has it, won't do it to kill this. If he has Skinbrand Goblin and the massive raid. If he's the Boros deck, I'm actually not worried about him having like a ton of non-creature spells, because usually Boros just wants to play all creatures. Which kind of seems like what he's doing. That's like how he has a creature every turn. So, okay, Sky Knight Legionnaire, that's pretty good. So we're going to start getting our Extort on, which is good. I might even just Orzhov Charm this thing to the face. I'm not really sure. We'll see here. The white is going to be pretty cool, I guess. We also have this Aerial Maneuver. That might actually come out of nowhere. So I think what we're going to do is play the Thrall. How do we want to do this? Yes, we have to play the Thrall, because if I play the Syndic of Tithes and I don't extort, he'll know something's up. So we have to play the Thrall, and we have to extort, and that's all we're going to play. Like, that's all we have. So, we can't do that, because we only have one white mana. Okay, new plan. We're going to play the white, and we're going to extort, because we can do that. And we can do that, right? Okay, we can't extort, but we can play it. If we don't extort, he's going to know something's up. I think really we just have to do this and hope that it works. And like be like, oops, we forgot to do our extort trigger or something. In fact, let's just pause here for a second, like we just forgot to do our extort trigger, or like we just like went past our second main phase. So like right now it's like, oh no, we just went past our main phase. What are we going to do? Oh well. All right. Really, coming in for both. That's kind of weird. Okay. Let's see if we can 2-for-1 him. I guess we'll go ahead and block here, and if he does something weird, we'll just go ahead and Orzhov Charm this thing. Okay. See, yeah, that's no good. You can't do that. No. Sadly, we cannot extort off of it. Alright, so that was a pretty decent 2-for-1, I guess. This Weight of Precinct 6 is also now a 3/3, so that's pretty sweet. We also now have a Grizzly Spectacle, which is pretty good. I think what we do here, though, is just bash in and get more guards out? Yeah, probably. We can go ahead and get more guards out and extort the guards. So we're missing land drops, but we're not doing terribly. Luckily, we can play everything in our hand. The problem is not having enough white mana. That's kind of not happy for me. I don't really like that. If he plays something like a 3-3 or a 4-4, I'm actually going to swing in with the white because there's a neat little combo where you can blow up a creature with Grizzly Spectacle and usually mill some stuff out and make the right grow. So that's kind of cool. I may also just Grizzly Spectacle whatever he plays here. It just depends on what it is. A Cinder Elemental, huh? Yeah, we may have to destroy that. Okay, so we're pulling some lands here. I think we do go ahead and swing in here. Because I don't think he blocks. No, he doesn't. And I think we just have to go ahead and kill this Cinder Elemental. In that case, like I was really hoping he was going to block there and like maybe like do something to this. Like I think there's a couple of different green cards he could have done. Or the first strike that we have, which would have been cool, and then I could have Grizzly Spectacled it. Yeah. But I think now we're just going to Grizzly Spectacle and extort. So, yeah, our right is now a 6-6. So that's pretty good. And he's still all in. So he's still coming for us. We do have things like Dutiful Thrall and Syndic of Tithes that we can start doing and getting like a whole bunch of extort out. He needs a creature removal for this. Okay, so that's all he has. So let's go ahead and do our swinging. Okay, so he's just going to take it. So in this case, let's see here, we can Dutiful Thrall extort, or we can Syndic of Tithes extort. I think we're going to go ahead and Syndic of Tithes double extort. Because now we have triple extort out for when we do the Dutiful Thrall. What we don't have is an arrow maneuver, which is kind of sad, but we may just beat him next turn based upon what we have. Like, I don't think he can go all in here. Really? So he's coming at me with the Sky Knight Legionnaire regardless. Does he have, like, that thing that where he gets, like, tons of land? No, he doesn't. I do not know what his plan is. An Ember Beast. Okay. Gutter Skulk. So, let's see, can we just win here? So we do this, we extort 3 times. Oh, actually we do just win, because this gives this flying. And that's what we're going to do. We're not going to extort off of this, because in case he has a way to, like, block it or something weird. But let's do this. Actually, maybe we will extort off of this. Yeah, okay. Alright, nope. He just ended up folding there. Alright, so yeah, the deck worked out pretty good. Our extort triggers were going wild there. These are probably going to be long games, so I'm sorry about that, guys. But hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you... Oh, that was a really long game. I just looked at the time there. But hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you guys for round 2.